Hello my craft friends. I thought I'd do another video like last week's where we just kind of talk and work at the same time. It seemed like you guys really liked that, so I thought let's do it again and see how that works out. So anyways, we're going to be making some fun like Halloween fall themed DIYs, and this one is so cute. I love these little ghosts. How cute are those? I mean, Dollar Tree does do a good job with their color your own ornament wood cutouts, I think, in my opinion. And I mean, you know, they're still a pretty good deal for $1.50. But anyway, we're going to start by getting out one of our ghosts. I'm going to set that aside. And we're also going to need some of these wood slices. And anyway, I got these wood slices at Hobby Lobby in their Christmas department, and everything's half off at Christmas. So, but I don't understand that. Like, why is fall 40% and Christmas just skipped to 50? I'm not really sure about that, but here we are. So we're going to cut open our little pack here, and we're going to get one out. And, you know, they all look pretty cute. I think I'll do that one. I'm going to set that aside. And then we're going to have this little spindle. I have a ton of these little spindles, and they're so cute. But if you don't have a spindle, you could always just use a dowel rod. So, first things first, we're going to take our ghost. Oof, dusty. We're going to take our ghost. And, oh, and I forgot to mention, the most important part that makes it so cute is you just need a printed out book page, which I just went on Google and printed out a book page. This way, you're not damaging a book. I mean, you know, if you want to damage a book, go right ahead. I'm not judging anybody, but I'm just saying, like, my husband would be so mad if I damaged a book. He's a writer, so, and he's published a few books, so he really doesn't like when I tear books apart. So I thought, well, let's do this. This way everybody can do it too, because you have access to Google and a book page and hopefully a printer. Anyways, if you don't and you want to tear out a book page, hey, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? My husband won't even know. We won't tell him. Okay, so now, you can do this one of two ways. What we're going to do is we're going to take the book page and we're going to stick it to the front of our ghost. And you can do it three ways, you know, like you can use Mod Podge, you can use glue stick, or you can use the spray adhesive. So, since it's such a little thing, I think I'm just going to try and use up the rest of my Elmer's purple glue stick. Whoa! All right. So, yeah, look at that. I'm really at the end of it, huh? Okay. So, we're going to take, and we're going to put it all over the front of our ghost. Okay, we got that on there. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it on the back of this too. Just for a little bit more stick. We'll set that aside. And we'll put our ghost right down on top of it. Press it in. And we'll flip it over, press it in. My table is squeaky today. All right, we're going to press that in. We're going to let that dry, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I think it's dried enough. And actually, in hindsight, what I should have done while it was drying is probably continued on with my craft, preparing the other pieces, but that's neither here nor there now, because we're here. So we're going to cut out our ghost figure, just roughly cut it out. And then, actually, I probably should have been a little bit better at utilizing my book page, but that's okay. We're just making one. But you could make a set. You could do whatever you wanted, really. So now we're going to take some sandpaper. And we're just going to sand along the edge. Okay, so now we just have our book page covered ghost. But I definitely want the eyes, but I'm wondering, should I draw the eyes on or punch them out? What should we do? What should we do? You know what? Let's punch them out. Well, I mean, you know, cut them out. Poor little ghost. We're punching his eyes out. Okay, let me get surface to cut on. I'll take this little piece of wood here and we'll just cut out the nose, or the mouth, I mean. And okay, so now we have our little ghost's eyes out. Stuck to me. I'll put this back down. Okay. Take a little piece of sandpaper, about the size of his eye, or her eye, and we're just going to sand it out. Okay, so now we have our ghost with his little face. So cute. Look at him, how cute. Okay, so now I'm going to take and drill a hole in this, because what I want to do is I want to put the dowel in there, and then I'm going to attach my ghost to my dowel. So let's go ahead and get the hole drilled, and I just have to make sure that my drill bit is the size of my dowel, obviously, or whatever dowel you're going to be using. And we always have to do the preliminary testing, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and drill our hole. Alright, I gotta make sure I don't drill all the way through, because I've done that numerous times on my table. Let's see, does it fit? Oh, perfect! Perfect! Yikes! I love it! Oh my gosh, it's in there so good I can't get it out. Well, that almost never happens, but hey, I'll take the win. Okay, so we're going to set our drill aside. So we've got that done. We're ready to rock here. We're just going to shove it in there. Why not? You know, just keep it in there. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that is a perfect fit. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to take our ghost. You know, I'm wondering, I think it would be cute. Yeah, that might be cute with, like, what do you guys think? Like the one ghost, like that, or 3 ghosts stacked up like that. What do you guys think? Which do you think would be cuter? I don't know. I like the one little ghost. It seems kind of sparse though with one little ghost. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, let me print another book page and we'll do 3 of the little ghosts. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I did 2 more of the ghosts, and I think what I'm going to do is add a little aging to these, a little distressing, and for that we're going to use some black paint. Also, this craft is evolving as we do it, so I'll show you what I came up with too. Let me just get this brushed, aged, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see, I need a little piece of paper towel. Let me get that, and oh, here we go. Here's some paper towel. Paper towel. All right. Now, I need actually a little paper towel to dab it on too. So let's do that. We're going to tap, tap, tap. Dab, dab, dab. And then I'm just going to hit the edges of my ghosts. Ooh, that was a little heavy-handed. I'm also going to get around the eyes if I can. I don't know. It's going to be a little hard. Around the mouth, around the eyes. Oh, that is cute. See it? Okay. Let's do that with all of them. Okay, so we have that done. Set that aside for now. And I'm going to glue mine together like this. Yeah, like that. So let's go ahead and do that. so like I said, this craft is evolving as we do it. And I wanted to incorporate this Happy Halloween sign. So I'm going to paint it black and we'll see what we can do with it. So now we have our Happy Halloween sign painted. Now, would you guys paint that pumpkin orange or would you keep it black? I'm not really sure. So let's see how it looks with our ghosts. I'm not really sure. We're going to put our ghosts on top like that. And then we're going to put this on there. So yeah, let me see. I think I'll just keep it the neutral black and white. We'll go with that. So we're going to glue this onto our ghosts. First we got to see where we're going to put it. So we need some there and some on the H and maybe some on the P. Okay, so let's do that. This is Happy Halloween. Anyway, we're going with it. We're rolling with it, baby. All right, so now we're going to take our pedestal and we are going to attach this to our pedestal. And to do that, I'm going to use some hot glue and some felt. All right, so we got that. So now we need to glue this down like this. So let's see. We're going to, yeah, we'll do that. Add some hot glue right here. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit out because I'm going to put that felt on too. So we want like enough to hold the felt. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going to put that on like that. Then we're going to take our felt, which actually is too long. Oh boy. Oh boy. Crafting in real time. Okay, so now we're going to take that and we're going to put this. Actually, you know what? Let me do this. I want to add a little more strength to it, so we'll put some glue around like that too. So this will stick. We'll make sure our ghosts are straight. Okay, now we have it done. Look at how cute that is. I love how this turned out. But I do have to admit, everything in me, it's all I can do to not put a bow on this thing. Oh my goodness. Molly, you'll be proud of me. I'm just leaving it without a bow, ma'am. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and continue on to DIY number 2. Okay, so now we're moving on to DIY number 2. And for this one, I've had this pumpkin forever, and it's like pretty banged up. It's seen better days. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint the pumpkin white, and I have this little, well, it's not so little actually. It's a witch's hat garland that I got, I think I got it from Walmart last year or something. Yeah, Walmart. Anyways, we're going to use one of the witch's hats, so we're going to cut it off with a little ring that it comes on. See, it comes like this. Like, it's actually pretty cute. If you're into like witch decor, look at how cute that is. But you gotta fluff out the hats. And of course, mine are smashed. But anyway, so, but I have this one. And you also need a cone, which I got this one from the Dollar Tree. Okay. And this is going to be quite easy, actually. We're going to take and paint this pumpkin white, because it's already painted somewhat white, but it needs a little more. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll paint it. I spray painted it last time and it didn't eat the foam, but I'm a little nervous about that whole spray paint and the foam thing. So I think what I'll do is I will paint it with my chalk paint. I know I have some, but where did I put it? Oh, I see it. Hold on. All right, so we're going to paint our pumpkin. I think I'm going to remove this stem. Whoa, what the heck? The stem's committed. Oh my gosh. This stem is committed, man. Let's see. Let's see if I cut it. Ah, there we go. Ooh, that thing was in there. All right, save that for later. Or file 13, whatever. Okay, so we're going to paint our pumpkin. And we're going to be using some of the Snow White by Waverly. Okay, so now we're going to take and we're going to paint our pumpkin. And hopefully it sticks. Hopefully. I don't work with a lot of like chalk paint. I'm mostly like acrylic paint, and then I turn my acrylic paint into chalk paint if I need it. But I thought, well, let's try this. Everybody loves it, so got to be something to it, right? I probably should have kept the stem on now so I could hold it. Oh boy. All right, yeah. Well, anyways, let's get this painted. Okay, we have our pumpkin painted and it's dried for the most part. There's a few little wet spots, but okay, so we have that dried. And while that was drying, I cut out this cute little jack-o'-lantern face on my silhouette machine. And we're using a permanent white vinyl. So now I'm going to put the jack-o'-lantern face onto my pumpkin. So let's go ahead and do that. So then you could also paint a face on too, which actually would probably be pretty cute, I think. Maybe I should paint a face, because this is kind of going a little sideways here, actually. If I'm being honest. I don't know. Let me see. You know what? I got an idea. Let's do this. Let's take and trace around our face that I have on here. Okay, so now we have that on there. Now I need to get it off. This is really permanent, I'm telling you. Okay, so we'll use that for the mouth. So just draw your mouth on or whatever. Okay, so now we've got our little mouth drawn on there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to draw on our nose, which is just going to be a triangle. And we'll just draw it like a little triangle. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to get our eyes on there. Now my eyes, I'm a little nervous about my eyes, because I'm not really, for some odd reason, good at drawing pumpkin eyes. Let's see, let's just do it, okay? Yeah. All right, I think that'll do. Little eyes. The nose is bigger than the eyes, but you know, that's okay. Some pumpkins have bigger noses than others. We can't be judging them harshly. All right, so I think that's pretty cute. All right, so now we're just going to color that in, and I think what I'm going to use is, I'm going to use some paint markers. So let me get those and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my paint markers. Now these paint markers are so good. I got them at Walmart and they are so good. So let's see if they're still so good. I'm saying they're good, but we'll see. All right, we'll do the bullet tip or the brush tip. I think we'll do the brush tip. So let's go ahead and try that. Or maybe not, I don't know, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, that's pretty easy, I guess. I think, I don't know, let's see. Okay, so we have our face drawn on. How cute is that little face? I love it. Now, this DIY is kind of evolving like the other DIY. So what I thought I would do is I'm going to have this wood round, and we are going to paint the wood round black. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be back and we'll continue on with the DIY. Okay, so like I said, this craft is evolving sort of like the other craft did with thoughts. It started out with one design and now I'm kind of scaling it up a little bit. And I thought we'd take this tool, and what I want to do is just glue it around the edge of my round disc. Okay, so we're going to take our pumpkin face and we're going to glue our pumpkin down to this wood round with the tool on it. So let's go ahead and put some glue on that. Well, that scared me. I hate it when this glue gun does that. It pops and it is so noisy. It scares you. It's like a backfiring car. Anyway, all right, so now we're going to just stick it down. Try to get it as centered as we can here. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Is it centered? Pretty centered. Yeah, pretty centered. So then we're going to just smash it into it. Okay. So now it is stuck down good. And we're now going to take our scissors and we are going to trim around the edge of our tool. Probably should have made it more like ruffled when I laid it down, but like I said, we're sort of winging it here. We're sort of winging it, but that's okay. Actually, some of the best crafts I've ever done have been winging it, so don't be afraid to wing it. Don't be afraid. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. It is cute. She's so cute. Wait till I show you guys. Hold on, let me finish up trimming this. I'm all out of control here. Oh, whoa, that's way out of control. Let's see. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. With her little collar. I think she's adorable with her little collar. What do you guys think? Why is my camera not focusing? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to glue her hat on. But I actually excluded the comb because it wasn't working for me. Okay, now look at her. She is looking so cute. Oh wait, she's got a straggler back here. Go cut her off. Okay. But look at how cute she's looking so far. But she needs something up here, I think. So what I think I'm going to do is keep it with the black and white theme. And we are going to, we'll put some of this gingham buffalo check ribbon around the back of her hat. I mean around the, yeah, the rim, the bottom of her hat. Okay. So we're going to, look at how cute. I'm wondering, like, should I add anything else to her? I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it needs a bow. I think this one needs a bow. I think it needs a bow. Yeah. Uh-oh. My husband just got home and the dog's announcing it. All right, I'm going to put the bow on. Sorry, Molly. This one's got to have a bow. All right, here we go. Let me look at her first. Yeah, that's so cute with the bow. Sometimes you just gotta have a bow. I'm telling you. All right, well, she's done. What should we name her? Think of some names. Leave them down below. Okay, now we're continuing on to DIY number 3. Okay, now DIY number 3 is quite simple, I'm hoping. Anyway, you're going to need a little wooden house from the Dollar Tree or wherever. And then I'm going to be using this Happy Halloween cutout and this 11 by 14 chalkboard black canvas. So, first thing that we're going to do, we're going to remove the tag here. And we are going to attach our house to our canvas. Yeah, we're going to attach our house to our canvas with some double-sided tape. Okay, so now we have the tape on the back side. We are going to attach it to the front side of our canvas, making sure that it's stuck down, so that's pretty good there. Pretty good. All right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take it out. Should I do this one? No. What we're going to do now is we are going to paint it, and we want to paint it like we're using the house as our stencil. So we want to paint this kind of white around the house and then in the windows. So I'm trying to figure out which would be the best way to do that. Would it be taking a stencil brush and doing it, or maybe spray painting it? I think the spray paint would probably get underneath the house. So let's go ahead and try the stencil technique around the outer edge. I got to go get my stencil brush and I'll be right back. We're going to be doing that with just some simple acrylic paint in white. Well, maybe we are. I can't get the lid off. All right, hold on. All right, there we go. And we're going to take our little piece of paper towel here. We're going to load our stencil brush up. And let's see how this goes. I think it's going to work pretty good, so let's go ahead and keep doing it. I think this is going to work. So we want to get the windows. Okay, so now we have that done, and you'll see how I have it stenciled all the way up in this corner, but I'm leaving this corner blank for now. But let's see what this looks like. Let's see if my plan is going to work. Oh my goodness, look at how cute that looks. Oh, I love it. Look at it. Look at how cute that looks. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay, so now I want to paint a moon over here, I think. Yeah, maybe a moon. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to paint this. What color should we paint this? We are going to paint this because what we're going to be doing is putting this in the corner. So I'm thinking white. Okay, so while this is drying, we are going to paint our moon over here. And to do that, it's not going to be anything fancy. We're just going to take and we're going to do like this. And then we're going to take some yellow. Okay, so I have some yellow. So now I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a tiny bit of yellow mixed with the white, and we're going to just paint it in like that and blend it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this glow-in-the-dark paint and we're going to give it a whirl and see how well it works. Let's see, we're going to take our cap off. Oh wow, that came off very easy. Okay, so we're going to take our glow-in-the-dark paint. What did I do with the lid? There we go. We're going to paint out of the lid. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our glow-in-the-dark paint, and I don't know how well this is going to work, but we're going to paint our doors and windows in with the glow-in-the-dark. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we are going to see together. I think it'll be cute. I hope so. We'll see. Alright, let me get this finished and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now we have our windows painted with the glow-in-the-dark, and we have our moon painted with the glow-in-the-dark. And now what we're going to do is we're going to set this aside to let it dry. And we are going to paint this with the glow-in-the-dark. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, now that everything's dried, I think what I'm going to do actually, because I was thinking about this, and I thought, I think I'm going to put some glow-in-the-dark around the outline of the house too, so we can see the house. So I'm going to put this back down in the spot that it was. And we're going to stick it down like we had it before. Stick it down there. And now that we got that down, we're going to take our glow-in-the-dark with our stencil brush, and we are going to just then dab it around our house, the glow-in-the-dark. So let's go ahead and do that, which actually, in hindsight, I probably could have done this when we had it down before, but like I said, it's kind of evolving as we go. Now we got that done, and we are going to remove our house again and let that dry. While that's drying, we are going to take our glow-in-the-dark word that says Happy Halloween, and we're going to stick that on with some hot glue. Then we're going to come in and we're going to stencil around it. So let's go ahead and glue that on. So now we have what looks like this, which I think is super, super cute. But now the magic is the glow in the dark. So we're going to see if that works. But I think it's cute on its own, just sitting like this. I think it's so cute. So let's go ahead and let this dry, and then I'll get a shot of it in the dark. So fingers crossed that the glow in the dark works. Alright, so that wraps it up for these 3 fun Halloween DIYs, and I think they all turned out quite cute. What do you guys think? Which one was your favorite? I don't know, I like them all, but I think my favorite was the haunted house with the glow in the dark, but it would probably change depending on what I sat them with and how I displayed them. But anyways, I think they all turned out cute. Also, if you still like that black and white theme, I have some other Halloween DIY videos that I did years so back, and I'll go ahead and link those. But this is one of them. It's one of those little wood cutout pumpkins from the Dollar Tree, and then I just made it an out of candy sign. So I don't know in your neighborhood, but in my neighborhood, if you hung out of candy, you might have a mutiny on your hands. So I don't know. Maybe you have a more polite, civilized neighborhood than my neighborhood, but I just thought that was so cute. Also, I wanted to show you guys this. It is so funny. I made her, I think it was like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, but her name is Holly, and she's so cute. But I made her with mostly, actually all Dollar Tree materials except for the sign and her pants and her sleeves. But I named her Holly, and I think she is so cute. She's made with a one of those frames, the wire wreath frames from the Dollar Tree, and she turned out so cute. I love her. I put her out every year. She's so fun. But I'll have that video linked as well if you want to try and make one or replicate her. Well, anyways, if you're still in the crafting spirit, I'm going to have a video right here, or a playlist. Maybe I'll put the playlist up there of some more fall and Halloween DIY projects. And until next time, you make sure and keep it crafty.